All right. Number one, give your child back as a confirmation unto God. Amen. The Bible even said, Matthew 10:37-38, anyone who loves his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And anyone who does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Amen? Element number two. Giving your child to God is a clarification of ownership. That child ain't mine. It's not. I remember when DC, some things DC had gone through in his life, some things with Daniel, with his sicknesses, and I saw all that. And every time I'd always say, God, they're yours. They're yours. They're absolutely yours. I can't do a thing about this. I remember when Daniel was on his first birthday, was in Pitt Memorial Hospital. He had all kinds of tubes running in and out of him, and he had IVs put to him. And they told us if he lived through this episode, he wouldn't live to be 17 because the prognosis was cystic fibrosis, and there was a little cystic fibrosis boy, 12 years old, in the room next to him, and he went and drew up on the wall because you used to do that, drew a birthday cake, put Daniel's first birthday. And I remember when Beverly told me that Daniel could die, and could die before the week was out. I remember going before God, and I was praying to God, and I said, God, I'll take his place. God, I will gladly take his place. The Lord spoke to me just as powerfully and said, you can't take his place. You can't take your son's place. He said, but my son already took his place. Hold on to it. The very next day, God healed that boy. Totally, irrevocably healed. So, here we go. Giving your children of God is a clarification that they own him. Amen? When you give your child back to God, you are openly declaring he's a gift from God. He does not really belong to me. Now, you can look, if I ask you to look through this room and pick out the youngin that belong to me. That's one of them. And Bethany too. Wherever we go now, people tell me that Bethany and I look, I don't tell them that Bethany's adopted. They say, Bethany, she looks like you. I say, it's fine, cool, amen. Amen. And then DC can be somewhere they'll go, and they'll look at DC and go, do you know David Linton? You got to be his son. So DC, if you ever rob a store, make sure you got Junior on your back. Yeah, Daniel stole a piece of candy one time at Christmas time. Stole a little piece of candy and in a store, and I told him, I said, put that candy back. Came back, told the man he apologized, and so they go to Santa, and they're sitting on Santa's lap, and they asked DC, you've been a good boy. He said, yeah, but my brother just robbed a store. That baby doesn't really belong to you. It belongs to God. You got to remember that. It makes life a whole lot simpler. Matter of fact, it makes life easier because now when things are going haywire, you say, God, he's yours. Amen. And believe me, if y'all had DC now, y'all heard that expression, PK, preacher's kids. They always said they were the worst kids. I found out what they were, some of the worst ones, but I found out why. They've been hanging out with the deacon's kids. Okay, I had to throw that in there. It was funny. And then little Billy's over here. Well, hey, y'all guys, how's all the deacon's kids doing? Because the preacher's kids over here looking at me like I've lost my mind. Okay. We can have some fun. Can't we have some fun, y'all? That's right. We can't have fun. Let's close the door. All right. So now, the third element, giving your child to God, is commitment to raising your child in God's way. Ephesians 6:4 says we're to bring up our children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Watch this. I just got through talking with them about this. Be a godly parent. Teach this child of Christ. Love this child. Pray for this child. Train this child. Stay married for this child's stability. Live a righteous life before him. You know, I remember DC was in school in Aurora. And he was only in like the first grade or second grade. And he went to Aurora Fossil Museum. And I heard that the teacher called me and said, your son made a racket in there today. I said, my son made a racket in the Aurora Fossil Museum. She said, yes, I couldn't calm him down. You remember this, DC? Okay, get ready. I said, well, what did my son do? She said he was having a good time. He was watching that little film. And all of a sudden, they started showing the fossils and said they were looking for cavemen. And then people, some were looking for cavemen but couldn't find them, or something about a monkey, guys that come from monkeys or something other. And DC stood up and said, I will not have that. And they stopped the film and they said, can we help you? He said, I did not come from a monkey. I was made in the image of God, I'll have you know. He shut the whole place down. He did. Y'all give him a hand. He deserves it now. I gave him a hand too, but not that same I didn't get him for that. I just said, son, I said, it's good that you stood up for it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was like that. This little boy goes to his daddy and says, Daddy, I'm having problems at school about this creation thing. Where we come from? And Daddy said, well, millions of years ago, this little Levi grew by the sea, and it became a fish, and then it became a lizard, and then the lizard became a monkey, and then after the monkey came man. He said, okay. A couple of days later, he goes to his mama, and he goes, Mama, I'm still kind of stuck. She says, why? It's still creation. He said, Daddy, he said, where we come from? He said, oh, it's easy. God spoke the worlds into existence. God created Adam and Eve, and then we came from Adam and Eve. And he said, that's not what Daddy said. Daddy said we came from monkeys swinging in a tree, and now we got this. And said, you said we come from God in His image. She goes, that's easy. I was talking about my side of the family. And he was telling you about his. Okay. Fourth thing, and we're closing. There we go. Giving your child to God is a claiming of God's plan and promises for that child's life. See, Isaac inherited when God, or when he was dedicated unto God. Of course, the Bible said he inherited his blessings, his protection, and his promises. You know, I really am so amazed at this story, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to finish up this story. Let me just show you something here. That's how the altar would look. And that's how the sacrifice would be laid. Do you see the way he's laid? What does it look like if you set him straight up?